Big debate on Times Now this evening. We have two debates coming up. Story continues. We said yesterday we'll unravel every part of this plot. We'll connect every dot. It's not difficult to connect the dots. The government finds it difficult to connect the dots, but it's not difficult for Times Now to connect the dots. Prakash Javadekar of the BJP joins us tonight. Subramanian Swamy of the Janata Party joins us tonight. Atul Kumar Anjan of the Communist Party of India joins us tonight. Political editor of Open Magazine, Hartosh Singh Bal, good evening. Sanjay Jha of HamaraCongress.com, good evening. Kamal Farooqi, good evening, of the Samajwadi Party. Good evening, gentlemen. Story is becoming bigger, isn't it, Hartosh? It's becoming bigger by the minute. The government's not going to be able to do damage control very easily.
It shouldn't be able to do damage control. I think it's a big story. It's hitting them where it hurts most. The last thing they wanted was allegations of corruption to come up again. It has dogged them through this tenure. In this election year, this is the one thing they were trying to avoid. And I think the story has to be looked into because it sort of typifies the reaction of this UPA government to corruption and the way they've tried to brush it under the carpet.
Oh, absolutely. Now, the interesting development, Mr. Prakash Javadekar, is that the former air chief, who is himself an accused, whose three cousins, I don't know the name, Julie, Tosca and one more, were the middlemen in this deal, named in the Italian investigation report. That former air chief says, I didn't change the specifications for this chopper. The Atal Bihari Vajpayee government did in 2003. Why is he saying that?
Absolutely rubbish. What is important? Let me go how it happened and how it unraveled for me. When I heard the story of Times Now in March and some other newspapers, Indian and foreign, that the Italian government is probing and the Indian government is not probing. So I asked the question in monsoon session which couldn't come. So I persisted and on 12 December 2012, the question was answered, and that answer was so worst in a way because it tried to hide everything. It said that Italian government is doing it, but we don't have any official communication, so we cannot start investigation. I was so perturbed, so on 14th December, I wrote Antony G that if you have a political will, you can start inquiries suo motu, because there are facts available on the internet also. That can be a source information, and based on that, you can start the investigation.
Well, why did it not start the investigation?
They refused to do it.
Yeah, why did not start? Nobody started the investigation.
They wanted to hide. No, but that is what I am saying. Now they have ordered CBI, but now, till yesterday, when the Italian government arrested the CEO of the company, and what is really important is, see, Italy is in not good economic shape.
Of course.
For them, even the order of 4,000 crore is an important export order.
Yeah.
So, knowing fully well that that may go away, still they started the investigation and started the corruption trail. And where India is losing out money on the account of corruption, still it tried to hide the fact from the people. That is the worst crime of UPA. We are going to raise this issue right from day one in the parliament session.
It's a silly thing to do, isn't it, Sanjay Jha? Silly argument. We can't order an inquiry, there is no proof. I mean, the story is there, the paper trail is there, the company is going around defiantly making other offers of kickbacks. Italian investigators have filed a preliminary inquiry. 3 Indians are named in the inquiry. The information is in the public domain, and the Indian government wanted more proof. I mean, this is a really silly argument, Sanjay Jha. Who's going to buy this silly argument?
Arnab, let me try and answer that succinctly here. Number one, the defense minister said that he wrote the moment this news came out in the public domain.
Was an inquiry? Did an inquiry happen?
So both Italy as well as Britain.
Did an inquiry happen?
Asking for a status report in terms of
did an inquiry happen?
Had their investigation gone? Who were the people involved?
Why aren't you answering my question? Was there an inquiry?
He could use that kind of a basis.
Was there an inquiry?
To see what could be done on the Contra side in India.
What was there an inquiry?
Number two.
Was there an inquiry? Was there an inquiry? Was there an inquiry?
No, there was an internal inquiry done by the Defense Ministry.
Oh, fantastic. So tell me how they closed that inquiry. No, I'm not going to let you get away with it. Where was the inquiry? No, who headed the inquiry? Who headed the inquiry?
Point out
who did the inquiry?
Any prima facie evidence
who did the inquiry?
Required any further action.
Who did the inquiry?
Even in Parliament.
Who did the inquiry?
And why are we ignoring the fact that the arrest has happened even in Italy just a few days ago?
Who did the inquiry?
So obviously it was a work in progress.
Who did the inquiry?
So I don't think we can discount the intent of the Defense Minister.
Who did the inquiry?
Towards getting down to the bottom of the matter.
I don't know.
But the fundamental point, Arnab, that we need to throw out in the debate at the very beginning is that as the National Security Advisor in the NDA government, Mr. Brajesh Mishra recommended 2 tweaks to conditions that led to the selection of the Westland helicopter itself. It actually precluded the others and made this particular helicopter being the choice or the preferred one. So I think we need to go back to the foundations of it.
It's very clear. You're making it political. Getting a reaction from the BJP before that, Subramanian Swamy.
The entire point of the payoffs, if there are any.
No, you see, what is happening is very clear here. In order to brush aside the very strong charge against your government that you did not have an inquiry, you brushed it aside. I don't know. By the way, Sanjay Jha, who did you did the inquiry? I don't know who did the inquiry. Who was the expert who did the? Did Sanjay Jha do the inquiry? Which expert did the inquiry?
The Defense Ministry has mentioned very categorically that they did an internal inquiry.
Who did the inquiry?
They did not find at that point any further reason to take it to another or escalate it to another level.
They didn't say this to my answer. They didn't say this to my answer.
Yeah, why didn't you say that? If you were doing an inquiry...
you are free to ask them now.
No, he asked the question in Parliament. You don't think questions in Parliament are serious enough to be answered?
Yes.
Well, the point we are making here at the moment, Arnab, is that there is an allegation that some people may have received kickbacks. I am going by the simple premise here, and that's what the Defense Minister has highlighted, that there is a transparent defense procurement procedure plan, which involves several stakeholders, goes through multiple tiers. I think Mr. Javadekar will be aware of that. And before it gets cleared, multiple views are taken, including objections, if any. So at the moment, the Defense Minister's confidence is coming from the fact that decisions have gone through the entire process.
If the Defense Minister...
can still happen.
I'm sorry.
And if they're happening,
I'm sorry.
Saying let there be a full-fledged CBI inquiry and let the outcome be revealed to the public.
I'm sorry. This is not a party matter. A government matter concerns the people of this country. If A.K. Antony is so sure nothing happened, then why is he giving the matter to the CBI now within 1 hour and 49 minutes? Within 1 hour and 49 minutes of the arrest having been made in Italy and the news on the agencies, within 1 hour and 49 minutes, the Defense Minister says we'll put it to the CBI. What was the Defense Minister doing till now? A lot of respect for Mr. Antony, but why did the Defense Ministry do nothing? Subramanian Swamy, the charge being put back on Brajesh Mishra, who is no more and who cannot answer anymore on his behalf on the charge being put against the late Brajesh Mishra, that it was he who tweaked the requirements.
Well, first of all, congratulations to you. You 11 months ago stuck your neck out and now vindicated. But I was wondering if when you made this brought this matter to the public domain 11 months ago, what stopped the Congress government from investigating Brajesh Mishra at that time? Now it looks like an afterthought, especially because Brajesh Mishra is no more alive. And secondly, I would say that if the real test of this government would be if the CBI tomorrow goes to the court here and asks for a letter rogatory, then Italy would be compelled to give all the documents. So will Switzerland, where some of the deposits have been made. But there seems to be no move at all. I checked with the CBI headquarters today. They said they have no intention of asking for a letter rogatory. Without a letter rogatory, you cannot proceed in this matter.
Why? There's no letter rogatory either, Kamal Farooqi. It seems the government is simply not interested. I mean, the Italian Prime Minister is giving Kamal Farooqi interviews on Italian news channels saying we need to relook at corruption. It's surprising that the government surviving on your support, a government surviving on your support.
It's a very sad day.
Well, the government survives on your support.
It's happening.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it is happening. Unfortunately, it is happening, and we are going to take a call on this because 11 months ago you did it, and now the media has come fully blown it. And unfortunately, the worst part is that the name of our Air Chief, former Air Chief Marshal is being taken into it. It's a very, very serious issue, in fact. One is, of course, the corruption. The other is, if the highest authority is involved into it, then it's a question of not only the national security, but even the people, confidence of the people on the whole administration and establishment. I feel that my take on this would be that the whole investigation should be done at a very fast on the very fast track basis, and the nation must be told what is the truth.
Well, we are not hearing the truth at all from anyone. You know, leave alone anyone from the government. Sanjay Jha has no answers tonight, except for pointing fingers at the NDA. Atul Kumar Anjan, 1 minute, Sanjay Jha. Don't get very, worked up about what I'm saying. It is the absolute fact. It can be slightly discomforting for you, the thought. But the fact is, Sanjay Jha. No, fact is, Sanjay Jha. Fact is, Sanjay Jha.
The defense minister has said.
Really? This fact is, Mr. Sanjay Jha, that when Times Now, we're asking you this question. I put that question to Atul Kumar. When Times Now put out the news report and said that in your government, commissions are being offered to sell choppers, why did your government do nothing? Nothing. Gave the company a clean chit. Why? What was the reason? What was the urgency? Why was the company given a clean chit?
Arnab, I would like to answer that very quickly. Number one, the defense minister has categorically stated today that he will invoke the integrity clause.
Oh, he said that, by the way, sorry, you are not well informed.
If there is any element of kickbacks, he said, not only will the deal be reneged, but we will also recover any of the monies that is been apparently used in a slush transfer.
Is that breaking news for you?
So there is no question of any kickbacks or anything at all.
That is something
if any payment has been made, that payment will also be recovered back.
No, but
so technically, we have received 3 helicopters. The deal can still be put on hold.
That doesn't matter.
I think there's a very steely resolve to put the entire matter into the right process if there is a need to do so.
Who got the bribe? It doesn't matter, you close the deal. Why didn't your government act earlier? Atul Kumar Anjan, 1 minute. Prakash Javadekar coming to Atul Kumar Anjan, government is now saying 2 things. One, we'll close the deal. We'll have a CBI inquiry. We know how autonomous the Central Bureau of Investigation is anyway.
Mr. Arnab, you have raised this issue long back, and then the government didn't care to think over on this. It's because it's a matter of Italy. Italy is a very special position holder in our country. So the government didn't take it. Now we are twisting the facts. Mr. Antony has already prepared a document where the transparency in the defense purchase and all that. What is the point? You see, our government has given order for CBI when everything was crystal clear. The Italian Prime Minister, Mr. Mario Monti, has said it. This is the worst type of case. The CEO of Mechanica has been arrested, and the Wasteland CEO is under house arrest. All these things because the Italian government and Italian judiciary has taken steps. Now our government wants to say they want to hold the deal because 3 helicopters. This government is basically a corrupt government, and you are making allegation. NDA has some many things, and because of that they were thrown out of the power. Now the question is that you were very important and truth-speaking people. Why you are doing all these things? Because it is your habit to earn money through dubious means in the defense deals, whether it is Bofors or this. I think the people of this country has understood it, and now Prime Minister of Italy can speak. He makes a statement, but our Prime Minister doesn't speak anything. This is the very worst type of situation, and this is so much depressing, disgusting, depressing, and you are putting entire nation on a depression mode.
There is nothing worse than selling the national security. This is a very, very strong situation. Ashok Chavan had no answer when we exposed Adarsh, because the charge there was Kargil for profit. If that was Kargil for profit, this is choppers for profit. It's worse. It compromises national security. No argument that the choppers are, even Bofors was good. Subramanian Swamy, government says give the government some time. Give us some time. We'll deal with it. Your response to that.
Well, they had already 11 months to think about it. And this is not only Mr. Tyagi or Air Marshal Tyagi. There are a lot of other people. There's a whole network who are related to politicians. There are two ladies in Italy who are quite active in this matter. They met the officials of the Finmeccanica, but they should be examined. These are only these documents can be accessed only if you go and get a letter rogatory. They are hesitating to do that. They should have done it today. So therefore, I think all they're doing is buying time. And this is not the only deal. The Rafale deal with France also is going to come up very soon. And there are so many other corruptions. There in every deal, French or defense deal, there has been a kickback. That is well known to everybody abroad.
No, what's the answer? Sanjay Jha, give us an answer. Our report was in March.
The answer I will tell you. Yeah. The answer I will tell you. We should go to the Supreme Court and ask them to monitor the investigation of the CBI.
No, your argument, Sanjay Jha, 3,546 crore contract with India. Right? Open bribes being paid.
You're right.
Bribes being paid. I'll give you the names of the people if you want. I can connect the dots for you, but why did the government dismiss the Times Now report without even an inquiry? Today your government is forced to act. You are forced to initiate a CBI inquiry. You are forced to consider blacklisting Finmeccanica when the allegations were proven. When Times Now was being threatened, when we put out the story, why did your government do nothing? Who were you giving a chance to get away?
Arnab, let me answer that very quickly for you, because I'm hearing the echo of my own voice, so I'm struggling a little bit. But the point I'm making here is that there is a known fact established in process and procedure, which even all the foreign armaments manufacturers know, is that India as a policy does not encourage middlemen, third-party intermediaries.
That's exactly.
Now, what you're finding here is a violation of that process.
No, but we gave you
some
proof.
people obviously are trying to influence the process and try and influence the transaction. Now that is something that the government can only get to the bottom of after there is a full-fledged formal investigation.
No, one second.
Atul Kumar Anjan. Now to answer your question,
please don't tell me about process. No, one second.
Things did happen.
1 second.
Now why are we assuming, Arnab, that the Ministry of Defence for 11 months did nothing? Why do you think the Ministry of Defence would not be aware of the consequences of a public exposure of a corruption charge, which willy-nilly it has to handle anyway? So I don't think we should, be so disrespectful.
Prakash Javadekar and Atul Kumar Anjan, the preliminary inquiry report.
Excellent credentials. He's got a phenomenal reputation, and he sent out a very strong message.
What message? That 1 hour for 49 minutes.
Well, he sent out a message that the deal can be cancelled. He sent out a message that he will look.
He said that
and that is, by the way, at a global transaction level.
I don't know if you know
if
this.
a deal is cancelled,
no, I don't know if you know this.
It sends out a strong message that the government of India is not going to stand for anything which is got slush money or corruption involved.
Sanjay Jha, again you are wrong. Again you are wrong. Again you are wrong, Sanjay Jha. I'll tell you, you are completely wrong. You are not aware, Sanjay Jha, that in March 2012, after Times Now did the story, even then, Mr. A.K. Antony said that there is this clause whereby we can cancel the deal if required. But on 20th of March, around 1:30 in the afternoon, because I have an elephant's memory on these things, Pallam Raju, who was the Minister for Defence Production, came and gave a clean chit. You can call up Pallam Raju right now, who is now the HRD minister, and he said, no, there is nothing wrong that we are investigating. This was quoted in the entire global media. And in July 2012, the Naples Tribunal detailed the deal in its preliminary inquiry report.
Arnab,
well, as you can see, that despite all that, it took considerable period before this.
No, Atul Kumar Anjan is responding now, please. What are you saying, Sanjay Jha? You're on weak ground today.
1 minute, Arnab. the extent of material evidence available with the Ministry of Defence is something that they can best answer for.
Well, so Atul Kumar Anjan, please.
Respond to what are the facts and figures in front of them.
Okay, fine. So Atul Kumar Anjan responding to you, then Prakash Javadekar, please.
But today,
Atul Kumar Anjan, then Prakash Javadekar, please.
Arnab, your...
Sure.
No, Arnab, your questions are very valid questions. Now, with one word, that the Defence Minister, Mr. Antony, has said that he has ordered a CBI inquiry, so we should wait for CBI inquiry. And you have, the Times now has very categorically said 9 months before that this is things happening. At that point of time, government didn't thought to go seriously and try to know what is the reality. In fact, they tried to snub the entire thing and they said everything is clear, deal is very clear, and now people are raising the question where during the NDA this thing happened. I say during the NDA things might have done, but the delivery mechanism.
No, we must settle the NDA charge also.
All came in light. Now I want to tell you, Arnab, one point. This government has lost its credibility. Its credibility at the lowest ebb. And I tell you, so because of that, no serious senior Congress leader is coming in front of camera to defend this government because it's a defenseless case. It's a defenseless case.
No, but I want to settle the charge against the NDA because this is sounding a little like the 2G case. We did something wrong, but look at that web.
See, this is...
No, one second. I want to just talk about this web.
I will tell you...
This... 1 minute. Prakash Javadekar, before I come to you, I want to share something with our viewers. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing on the web is what I drew out in a piece of paper that I showed right on top of Newshour tonight. What this tells you is that there are links, wheels within wheels, and you see two men out there in the bottom circle, Haschi and Carlos Gerosa. Carlos Gerosa was operating in various Indian companies between 2006 and 2010. He was funding charitable organizations. Money was being paid. If you look at the top side, you find 30 million euros transfer through Christian Michael to others. Who are the others? SP Tyagi is not the only person who might have been paid off. There are others. That's my question, Prakash Javadekar. Let's move back to the debate, please. Prakash Javadekar, who are the others? Who are the others?
Companies have paid the Italian parties.
1 minute, I am telling.
Parties also.
I am telling.
Ruling parties, ruling circles.
1 minute. See the very clearly, every day now there will be new and new revelation. See how the funds have come and circle within circle, and where is the land transactions and what has happened, all will come to light. I am very sure we are on it. The issue is, I am member of the Defence Committee as well as I am member of the Public Accounts Committee, and with knowledge and information I can tell you, the LR should be the first thing they should do, because otherwise our track record on LR is so bad. LR is so bad that many countries, after we send the letter, come up that you are not following our laws. So we even don't know how to write because we don't want to know it. So this is yet another way of hiding the facts. And second, more importantly, defense procurement, when it was said that agents are not required, and as you said rightly, Gerosa, his activities in India were all in public domain, and their telephone intercepts were available.
Sir, let me tell you,
in the public domain
sir,
1 year ago.
Sir, let me tell you, I will not name the company, but I want to make a revelation.
Yeah.
In fact, I have many revelations to make in this story. I love this web.
Yes.
This web, ladies and gentlemen, seems complex. It's 1/10 of the total maze. But I want to say one thing. This man, Gerosa, was operating in Delhi. And he was a director with a big Delhi-based construction company.
Yes. And there is the land transaction also again. We are also the details will come.
The man Haschi, who got 21 million from Finmechanica, Hartosh, he was briefly a director with a big construction company that has been the beneficiary of questionable government largesse. Who is this Haschi?
Yes.
What are his credentials? How is he this corporate genius who does whatever he wants to in the corridors of power in Delhi, Hartosh? Who are these people who seem to be operating in Delhi?
It will be...
These people are related to
clearly, over and over again, we've seen evidence that... Yeah. Arnab, over and over again, we are seeing evidence that this is a government up for sale. Information that is publicly available to reporters, the defense minister can't access. Today, the CBI is being given a case. Nobody has any faith left in that institution unless the Supreme Court is monitoring it. Even then, prosecutors are exchanging notes with the people who are accused. At this stage, I think there is complete public despair with this government on these issues. And as you said, some more revelations are going to unravel, and the connections you are pointing at go straight to the very top of this party.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
I want to give one more fact. This is such a big act of corruption, Mr. Kamal Farooqi, I want you in, that I am told that in one of the initial payments, for part of the payment, an amount of 100,000 euros, 7.35 crore rupees was given in cash. This is for part of the payment. 7.35 crores was given in cash to one person. The huge unaccounted cash transactions, black money.
Yes.
Mr. Kamal Farooqi, being routed through openly through these strange gentlemen, this Haschi and Carlos Gerosa, these two Italian gentlemen. I mean, what's going on, Mr. Farooqi?
Yes.
How would...
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. These revelations are disturbing us a lot, and we are having serious discussion about the whole thing as to what is happening to UPA2 and the establishment itself. This is a very, very serious thing. It is much bigger than what the earlier scams are, and it is much bigger not in terms of the money but also in terms of the faith of the people on the administration, on the top notch in the military establishment. If a person of that height, if even his name is being involved, I hope and pray that he is not involved into it. But God forbid if he is involved, then it's a very, very serious blow to the entire defense establishment itself. So I am worrying about that not only the corruption, but what is going to happen to the reputation and goodwill of the defense ministry itself. And the Congress has to answer all these things, because now they cannot put it under the carpet. It's a very, very serious issue, and it makes us very, very uncomfortable.
Well, absolutely. Subramanian Swamy, this story cannot end here. You made the point of a Supreme Court monitored investigation. Prakash Javadekar, who has been raising this point consistently, I must give it to him. He was one of the few members of parliament who took off. He saw the Times Now story, and while the government did nothing after the Times Now story, he actually picked it up in the Rajya Sabha. But now I think, we can't make it a political debate. People of this country don't want that. Oh, you did it, we all did it, we are all part of this mess. Nobody wants that debate. What is a focused way to unravel this all and expose those who did this?
The obvious way would be to ask the Supreme Court to set up an SIT, because this is not only CBI, it's also Enforcement Directorate, it's also Intelligence Bureau and the RAW. All these have to be brought together. This is a huge operation. This is not just some transaction in a bazaar. It's an international thing where money will be transferred by internet, and all these things have to be tracked down. And for that we need a SIT, and the SIT can only be set up by the Supreme Court, because this government is not going to do it.
Well, let's see if it happens. Right now we don't have enough representation from the Congress and the government on our panels, but we hope they'll be giving us more detailed answers very soon, because this cannot be covered up. Gentlemen, thank you very much for debate number 1 on what could be certainly bigger than Bofors.